Workday is done. The weekend is here. Yahoo! The weekend has officially started, and it looks like tonight is going to be absolutely nothing other than to just lay back, relax, read, and really just chill. Tomorrow I have my yoga classes, and then after that, it's going to be cleaning the house. It's going to be vacuuming, dusting. The house is really due, so we've got to do that. Also, mowing the lawn. In 1 week's time, it got really, really lengthy, so we've got to do that. Hey folks, Saturday morning. Last night was pretty relaxing. It really was just laying back, chilling, just having a reduced fat pizza, watching our show, and just chilling out for the night. Today, after my classes, mow the lawn, break out the vacuum cleaner and clean, do some heavy duty dusting. That'll be good too. And maybe have a friend over later tonight, possibly. We'll see. But it's not going to be a day of going out in light of the wildfires that have been happening in Canada. The air quality isn't that great, so like a trip to People's Island, going to Socrates, for example, those are things that we are not going to be doing this weekend. We need to protect our lungs. Even though the sky has cleared up, I'd rather play it safe just for this weekend. And besides, we really need to clean. Both classes went good. Now I'm on my way home, and I can't mow the lawn because it's raining. So I'm gonna have to just go right to house cleaning. And that's going to be about it. There really is nothing else going on. Wow. Sunday morning. Chris made an amazing breakfast. He made his brioche French toast with some bacon. I'm going to be headed over to my yoga buddies, and we're going to shoot 2 promos, actually. One for a song and another for the party I'm going to be helping to coordinate. Okay, on my way to my buddies. Well, the visit with my buddy went really well. We did not end up doing any yoga. What we did do was we shot both promos. I'm really, really happy with the footage that we got. One of the promos I will share with you. It's for one of my tunes off of my new album. It's called Beard Oil. And I did a promo for it previously, but this one is better, I think. And it's going to be good to, you guys are going to like it. So we are on our way to the grocery store, and then when we get back, I get to do the lawn. Chris here, he already did half of it. Wasn't that nice? Okay, let's get this lawn mowing party started. Hi there. We are going to be reading verse 71 of Stephen Mitchell's adaptation of the Tao Te Ching. Here goes. Not knowing is true knowledge. Presuming to know is a disease. First, realize that you are sick. Then you can move towards health. The master is her own physician. She has healed herself of all knowing, thus she is truly whole. So what does this mean? Not knowing is true knowledge. What I feel that means is the attachment to I know is sometimes can take you away from the truth of whatever that knowledge refers to. I think sometimes when you place too much emphasis on the facts, you lose the bigger picture. Presuming to know is a disease. Well, yeah, if you feel that you know it all, you really don't know a thing. That's basically what I feel this is saying. First, realize that you are sick, and then you can move towards health. And I feel that this could mean that, once you realize that you are attaching too much to the facts and the information and not putting enough effort into the beingness of whatever it is, once you realize that, then you can go in a different direction. You can look at whatever it is in a more mindful direction. Also, you're not going to get better unless you realize that there's a problem. Whether it is, whether you refer to something physical, or whether or not it's something along the lines of a work task. If you realize that you're not doing something correctly, that's the first step towards understanding that doing it differently can lead to a better result. You're not going to know there's a problem unless that knowledge is given to you. And what you do with that knowledge is really up to you, but you can use it to better your situation. The master is her own physician. That makes a lot of sense because an enlightened person knows hers, or their body and their mind, and they know what, usually they know what's needed. She has healed herself of all knowing, and thus she is truly whole. So, I think what this really refers to, once again, is the overemphasis on the surface value of the facts and really not being mindful of the true message within. I think this verse encourages you to dig deeper, to go deeper, and it almost reminds me of another quote in the Tao Te Ching. I don't know the verse, I don't remember, but those who talk don't know, those who know don't talk. So it's about really focusing on the heart of whatever the issue is and not the surfaced words, shall we say. So true knowledge, I feel, comes from within, and I do feel that there's an instinct that God gave all of us, and that's really what you would want to go by. We all know the person who pretends to know everything, who feels that he, she, or they is always right, when in actuality they are looking at only a piece of whatever is happening and not really looking underneath or around. So when it comes to anything, question your knowledge. How much do you really know? And are you only focused on the surface value of whatever the information is, the message is, or are you looking beyond? Anyway, hope that helps. going to talk to you about a concept. It's called flapping your wings. Keep in mind, this is hands-free, so it is perfectly safe. I have my eyes here on the road. I'm at a red light. So when you are feeling agitated, or you're feeling sad, or you're feeling nervous or afraid, what you're going to want to do is quote unquote flap your wings. So Eckhart Tolle, in his book A New Earth, describes something that he saw. Two ducks in a pond, and they started fighting. They started attacking each other. And what they then did, what they then did was swim away from each other, and then they flapped their wings. They got rid of all of that agitation. They got rid of all of that excess energy. And then once that was done, they returned back to where they were, and they sailed on as if nothing had happened. That is what we need to do when we are feeling agitated. If someone says something to you and it really ticks you off, what you need to do is get in touch with the physical emotion in your body, and you need to let it out. Whether you have to just go into a room, close the door, and then just, silently go, or, if you have to just phone up a friend and say, hey, I'm really angry about this, or, or likewise, if it's sad, cry it out, get the excess energy out, because what happens if you don't, that energy will stay in you and turn toxic, and it'll, join past emotion that you carry in you, and it'll continue to build up. If you think of the average person who, holds everything in, that person blows up. That person ends up having a nervous breakdown. Because, emotions are energy, and energy builds up, and, your psyche really can only hold so much. So, if you're angry, take 2 seconds, let it out. If you need to phone a friend, get something off your chest, say whatever you need to. If you need to, turn on your camera and talk to the camera and get it out, you need to do that. So my advice is flap your wings, so that this way you can continue along your day as if nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. Hello folks, it's Monday. We are ready to get the party started. On my way to the hospital. There's only one day working from home this week. That's tomorrow, and that's the last day working from home. From now on, from that point on, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. Woohoo. Let's get this party started. Getting my steps in. I have 9 people to screen, 9 people to connect to, in hopes that I can screen them. We'll see what happens with that. As I've mentioned, sometimes patients are asleep, sometimes other patients aren't in the room, sometimes medical staff is in there talking to them, so there are barriers, or it could be the opposite, where, I happen to hit the right people at the right time and I get at least, 2 or 3. We'll see how it goes. Once I'm done with that, then I go right to my list where I, cold call people to see, who wants to screen. Hi guys. Tuesday, This is my final day working from home. As of tomorrow, I am in the hospital every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 o'clock. I think that in many ways, you know, it's a little sad because I won't get to see Kitty Cat each day. As far as work duties today go, for the second half of the day, I'll be on live calls, which means I'll have probably back-to-back people calling in, screening. We've gotten really, really busy. And that'll be good because, you know, I'm just doing screenings and eligibility assessments, you know, the most complicated they could possibly get are simply things I've already done as a care manager, so it's not a big deal. And prior to that, I'm going to be working on my list, reaching out to people and, you know, calling two members that I ended up reaching yesterday but couldn't do the screenings, so I'll be working with them. So it's going to be a busy day. Is it going to be a crazy day? That I don't know. The way the day has been progressing so far, I'm finished with my list, at least with as much of the list as I can get done today. I have already reached out to everyone that I possibly can, and I am on live calls at 1 o'clock. So once 1 o'clock hits, I can't, you know, make any calls, make any outreach, do anything like that. I have to be, you know, available for any calls that come in. Wednesday morning, we've got a very gloomy, cloudy, rainy kind of day. I'm on my way into the hospital. This is my first day on my new schedule, which is basically every day, Monday through Friday. So I packed some things with me, some wall art, some knickknacks, things like that to make the space look a little homier. How many members did I try to see? A total of 5 or 6, one of whom I was able to screen, and also she had a son that I was able to screen as well, so I got 2, which was really good. Also, I had some time to work on the list, and then I did another screen, plus there were 2 that were scheduled from yesterday, so I worked with both of them. So the final part of the day is headed to a client to do some energy work. That is the only day this week where you know, I end up working past my office hours here. Tomorrow is my Friday. I'm here and you know, Friday I do have off. I did request that day off in advance, so just mental health day, which is always a good thing. That was a really nice session. My client gave me a piece of lemon blueberry pound cake, which he made, which was really great. And now I am on my way home. What I like about the Wednesday evening sessions that I do pretty much every other week is that once it's done, the rest of the work week is really downhill. To a good day. Here is how the work day is going. I have 6 people in the hospital to approach and try to screen. Hopefully I can get at least 1 or 2. You know, that would make leadership very happy. Also, I have 4 members to call from the list that I'm working with. So when I call from the list and when I talk to people, they're not always available to do the screen then, so I will put them on my calendar the next day when they're available. So I'm going to be working with that. Plus we have this hour-and-a-half meeting as well. So should be a pretty busy day. The rest of the day, really wasn't too bad at all. It was, sorry, I'm just munching on some nuts. I did a total of 3 screens from the hospital, which is really, really good. I'm really happy about that. I finished up my outreach. In other words, I contacted whoever I needed to off of the list, and there really is nothing left to do for the rest of the day. And I'm going to be honest, I'm grateful. So the universe is giving me an hour of downtime, so I'm happy about that. And nice way to end the work week.